Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to read the postcard from Kashmir, Agha Shahid Ali. Postcard from Kashmir is a short and emotional poem written by Agha Shahid Ali, a famous Kashmiri American poet. This poem was published in 1997 in his poetry collection called The Beloved Witness Selected Poems. Agha Shahid Ali was born in 1949 in Srinagar, Kashmir, and he died in 2001. He moved to United States for higher study but always felt deeply connected to Kashmir, his homeland. His poems often talk about exile, memory, loss, and love for Kashmir. In this poem, the poet receives a postcard from Kashmir, and it brings back old memories of his homeland. The postcard is small, and it makes him feel that his Kashmir has become distant and smaller. He feels that he is not close to his homeland anymore, and he cannot even claim that land as his own. This poem is short but very powerful. It uses simple language and beautiful imagery to show the poet's pain, sadness, and longing for Kashmir. The postcard becomes a symbol of distance and separation. So let's talk about the stanza by stanza. Kashmir shrank into my mailbox, my home a neat 4 by 6 inches. I always loved neatness, now I hold the half-inch Himalayas in my hand. What this means? Kashmir feels small now, like it fits inside my letterbox as a postcard. My beautiful homeland is now just a small postcard, 4 by 6 inches in size. I always like tidy and organized things. The big Himalaya mountains now look very tiny in the photo I hold. Basically, in this stanza, the poet received a postcard from Kashmir. Kashmir is his home, but now it feels like very small, just a photo in his mailbox. He compares his home to a postcard, only 4 into 6 inches big. He says he likes neatness, but this neat photo also makes him sad. Even the big Himalaya now look like only half-inch in his hand. This shows how far he is from Kashmir and how his memory of it is now limited to a small image. The postcard reminds him of home but also of his distance and loss. Stanza 2. This is home and this is the closest I will ever be to home when I return. The colors won't be so brilliant, the Jhelem's water so clean. First line means, this postcard is now my home. This is the nearest I can feel to it, even if I go back to Kashmir one day. The place will not look as beautiful and bright as it does in this photo. The real river Jhelum will not be this clean and pure. So summary of this stanza is, the poet says something sad. This postcard is now the closest he feels to his home. He isn't sure if he will ever really go back. Even if he returns to Kashmir, he knows it won't be the same as it looked in the postcard. The colors in the photo are bright and perfect, but the real Kashmir may be damaged or changed. The river Jhelum, which he remembers as a clean, may not be so clean now. This shows pain, separation, and disappointment, and how memory is sometimes more beautiful than real life. Stanza 3 is, the Jhelem's water so clean, so ultramarine, my love, so overexposed. What it means? The water of the Jhelum river looks very pure and fresh in the photo. The water is deep blue in color. Ultramarine means very bright blue. I'm so sorry for the mispronunciation. My love for Kashmir has been shown too much or is damaged like an overexposed photo. Summary of this stanza is, the poet described the river Jhelum in the postcard. It looks clean and beautifully blue, like a perfect picture. Then he compared his love for Kashmir to a photo that is overexposed, meaning too much light has damaged the image. This shows that his love is so strong, so deep, but maybe painful or ruined by time, distance, or war. He loved his homeland too much, and now that love hurts him. The comparison to photography continues. His emotions are captured like pictures but not perfect. Stanza 4 says, and my memory will be little, out of focus in it, a giant negative black and white still underdeveloped. My memory of Kashmir will not be very clear. It's like a blurry photo. My memory is like a big photo, negative black and not colorful. It is black and white and not fully processed like old camera film. Here the poet compares his memory of Kashmir to a photograph that is out of focus, not sharp, not clear. He says that it's like a negative, which is the old black and white film before the real photo is developed. This means his memory is not colorful or full, it is dark, unfurnished and unclear. Maybe because he has been away from Kashmir for so long, his memory has started to fade, or maybe he never got the chance to truly know or enjoy his homeland. This stanza shows sadness, emotional loss, and how exile can damage his memory. Overall summary of this poem is the poem Postcard from Kashmir is written by Agha Shahid Ali, who was born in Kashmir but later moved to USA. This is all I told you above, so you can read it by your own. Let me tell you the beginning of the poem. Okay, so the poet received a postcard from Kashmir. He looked at it and feels very emotional. He says that now Kashmir shrank into his mailbox. This means that his entire homeland, which is large, beautiful, and full of life, now just a small picture in a letterbox. He says it is 4 by 6 inches, the size of the postcard. Even the great Himalaya mountain looks small, just half inch in the postcard. This shows how distant and small his home has become in real life. The place which was once full of meaning is now reduced to an image. The poet says that this postcard is now the closest he will ever be to home. He feels that even if he returns to Kashmir, it will never be the same. The real Kashmir may not be as beautiful, clean, and colorful as the photo. This shows sadness and disappointment. He talks about the river Jhelum, which is famous in Kashmir. In the postcard, the water looks so clean and ultramarine, but in real life, it might be dirty or changed due to time or conflict. He says that memories are sometimes more beautiful than reality. The postcard keeps Kashmir frozen in time as it was in his memory. But reality may be different now. This tells us how much the poet misses his past and feels disconnected from the present Kashmir. The poet compares his memories and emotions to photography. He says that his love overexposed, a term used in photography when a photo gets damaged by too much light. This means that his love for Kashmir is strong but also painful. Then he says that his memory is like a giant negative, a black and white image that is not yet developed. This means his memory is dark, unclear, and unfinished. It is not colorful and full like real life. He feels that he never truly experienced Kashmir the way he wanted to. He only has a damaged, underdeveloped memory of it. The poet feels like an outsider. He has not been able to live in Kashmir peacefully. He is physically far from his homeland, but emotionally he is still very attached to it. The postcard is the only way he can connect to his past. He feels like a person in exile, someone who has lost his home and is searching for it in memory and images. The poem also shows that time changed everything. The Kashmir he remembers may no longer exist. War, migration, and political problem may have changed it. So now, his only safe Kashmir is the one in the postcard, clean, bright, peaceful, and perfect, but not real. Conclusion is the postcard from Kashmir is a short but deep and powerful poem. It shows how painful it is to be far away from home. The poet Agha Shahid Ali talks about his love for Kashmir, his sadness, and his memory. The postcard becomes a symbol of both beauty and pain. It reminds him of home, but also shows that he is no longer truly a part of it. The poem uses simple images like a postcard, river, and a photograph to explain big emotions like longing, distance, sadness, and love. It is about how our memories of some homes stay with us, but they can also become blurry or painful with time. The final thought of this poem is it is not just one man missing his home, it speaks to anyone who has been away from their birthplace. It teaches us that home is not only a place but also a feeling. When someone is far away from their homeland, they hold on to memories, photos, and postcards. These things are small but they carry deep emotional weight. The poem also shows that no photo or postcard can replace the real feeling of being at home. Memories are strong, but they fade too. The sadness of being away and the fear that things may never be the same again is what makes this poem so emotional. Agha Shahid Ali used very few words, but the meaning is deep. His language is simple, but the feeling is powerful. It makes us think about our own connections to our roots, our identity, and the pain of separation. What is the irony of this poem? So, irony basically means when something happens that is the opposite of what we expect and it creates a deeper meaning or emotions. So, number one is the postcard is beautiful but brings pain. He loves neatness, but neatness becomes painful. A huge land becomes a tiny postcard. The real place is unclear, the picture is clear. His love is overexposed, his memory is undeveloped. So basically, the conclusion is the poet uses irony to show how beautiful memories can also hurt. He shows that a postcard which look neat and perfect actually hides a story of a pain, distance, and emotional loss. The poem is full of contrast, big become small, clear become unclear, and the love become painful. Through irony, Agha Shahid Ali expressed the heartbreak of being away from one's homeland. So here's the critically analysis of the poem. Emotional tone with a deep meaning, use of imagery and the photography words, contrast between the beauty and sadness, identity and exile, simple words, strong emotions. And the theme is exile and separation, memory versus reality, loss of identity and belonging, beauty hiding sadness, love and longing. Har Har Mahadev.